Welcome, Sketchbook Heroes. We just finished this flower. We're going to be doing, let's share my screen. Let's see how this goes. We broke it down, and let's get this out of the way. We're going to draw a cup, something for Christmas. There we go. Here we go. We're going to break this down. Ooh, we got a form here.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, we're going to be drawing this one. We're going to focus mostly on here, so we're going to zoom in on this a little bit. Maybe we can zoom in. Oh, can we zoom in? All right, so we've got form here. Let's take a look at this form. We're gonna annotate. We're gonna break this down. So, biggest shapes. Try to see the biggest shapes when you're learning to draw. What are the big shapes you see? Well, we've got almost a big square in there. I'll show you the square. The square, where's the square? It is right here. It's a red square. It's actually more of a rectangle, but let's see. Let's put a perfect square in there, right in there. You can see right in there. There's a perfect square. So there's the same height, same width. And that's important to know because it just needs to go a little bit bigger there. And then we've got circles and all kinds of other stuff. If we break this in half, oh, bam, right there, you can see that that's how far this gingerbread is. Little gingerbread man. Let's get another line in there. Is that spotlight? Stamp? What shape that is? Lost my line. I think that's it right there at the middle. Yeah, the new thing is that, yeah, oh no, there it is. It's a little more to the right. When I click on it, it disappears. I know it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's try it again. Click out. Click on. 1, 2, 3. No, it's not moving. Let me see if I can click out. Hey. And now it's doing weird things. Oh, there we go. Ah, that's it. That's past the middle a little bit. Ah, all right, we'll just move it over. Now it's in the middle. All right, see there, now it all fits. Let's get that head in there. Something in the chat. I'm off. All right, good night. Can't say that. All right, here we go. All right, so here we go. Here's the size of the head. Now what's cool is that we can use this as there it is. Oh, nice little circle there. And see it, how it fits right in there. Oh, there's one head, one, and we can use that for relationships. There's one, and then here's the torso, two, and then let's copy paste, Control C, Control V. Put the head back up there.
I think,
You think what?
oh, sorry. I didn't mean to, I had accidentally pushed unmute. I was talking about my soup. I think, I think it got messed up when I cooked it. It had a burnt spot at the bottom.
Oh no,
Oops, sorry.
it's okay.
Thank you
All
for
right,
doing
so
this so much.
oh, you're welcome. All right, so we've got this the cookie head. I'm using this as a unit. I can see how it fits in here. I can see how it fits there. It comes out that way. See, it's a little bit less than half our square, half of a square. And then I can see it fit over here. Look at, see, I can see this, how it comes out a little bit more than that gingerbread there. I can pull it out now. And then I can pull this up. And you got an oval shape in here. That oval shape right in there. Then you got these cinnamon sticks at an angle. You got all that stuff at an angle. I can use, let's paste some more stuff. Since we got this circle as a head, we've got to use that as a as our unit, a unit of measurement. We can see how far out these candles the candy cane kind of goes out, which is probably 1.5. I like that they let us copy paste now. This is a new feature. Oh, look, it's 2. Damn. I was off. There it is. And then here's another circle there. And then another circle there. Now we have a unit, the unit of the head, and that kind of helps with our proportions. All right, let's get this going. Let's see. Let's post this to everybody. And then let's copy paste it. There we go. Screenshot. Everybody disappears. Yeah, they've been messing with this. There we go. Capture. There we go. Let's do that. Here we go. stop sharing. Sharing is caring, but we're gonna jump into, ooh, I just lost that. Here we go. Now we're back. All right, I'm gonna start off with square. The square, the square, the square. The square. Let's see
I
the
want to put
square.
some white on it for.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna start off with a square. This is the cup, the mug. It's a square, same height, same width. Let's see, that's gonna just be right there. I feel that's a good spot for it. Same height, same width, square. Because then on top of that is an oval. There's that oval. You have to practice drawing those ovals. There's that oval. And then we've got the head. Well, if we can break this in half. That square in half. We've got the head right in here. Circle head. See, you have to see how it fits. This circle fits the placement, right? The size and the placement, the proportions and the placement. So how big it is and how it comes out, like a puzzle. The peas, the placement, the size. If you need to make it bigger, you can make it bigger. But I'm gonna do the body part. Is it? Yeah, the body. There's another circle in here coming out. The hands almost out to there. Hands out to here. Probably smaller circles. I didn't draw those, but yeah, there's smaller circles. Here's the body. And then I have two more circles over here for the feet. Ah, nice. Constanza, I see your drawing. I know. That's good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Now the circles I have down here are just because they're bigger than the feet are. They're just to help with the proportions and the placement. But it's like this. That's good. I know we didn't get to draw that one. We have a lot of stuff put in. We get in the Christmas mood, so we're gonna do these. I'm glad you did it. That's the whole thing. You got to find drawings that you like, what inspires you, and then just boom, do it. We're gonna do the doggy though. We're gonna do your dog. Let me see. I think I did that. We're doing that next. Where's my
Thank you. That sounds good.
okay? Yeah, there we go. The cup, the dog, and then Santa. Ooh, we might do Santa. Oh, no, that's gonna be a tough one. So we got the dog and Santa next. All right, let's see. I think, well, this one's, it looks difficult, but here we go. Oh, let's do our circles, our circle measurements. It should be about the same. You see, I'm kind of like, it's not perfect, but it's good. All right, and we've got two more circles over here. One, two, one, two, and then we've got another circle over here in this corner. Another circle, some space. And then the mug handle, this oval shape that's like right in here. A little bit wider than our circle, that oval shape. Now everything's blocked in. It's all blocked in. That's kind of where everything kind of goes. And our proportions are going to be good. So here we go. Let's see, where are we going to start? Actually, let's start from the back. Let's do the mug. Let's do the mug. I have this oval shape here. My top top of that square that we started off with. I'm gonna round out this almost doing the silhouette. See, all these exercises and stuff will be in lessons, will be in the videos that I need to produce. I've just been writing mostly. So we're gonna start off with this mug. See, that's the outside part. And then here it just comes down a little bit. And then I'm gonna go around. See that sketch that I just did? Because that's kind of how it kind of goes. Actually, it goes a little straighter. Oops. A little straighter and then around. And then down. Trying to capture that. See, there's all these little nuances. And I'm just doing a sketch. So if I were to really do all the lights and the darks and all that stuff, that would be a lot more. But let's do the top. Let's zoom in and do the top. So there's a thickness to this mug, and this is an oval. And there's this thickness that shows up right in here. So I'm kind of like just cutting in. Oops. Let's draw straighter. It's like a small oval. As it comes around, like right in here, it's almost like cupping. It's like a letter C on its side. kind of and it's really just that oval, boom, right in there. And then it has the hot chocolate or something little bubbling up in here. I'm just gonna, there's a big bubble there, big bubble here, space, and then other bubbles. See, I'm trying to capture those bubbles. There we go, that looks good. And then if I were to shade this, because the top, I can see the lights and the darks. See, I can shade this a little bit. If I have the red. But that, yeah, that's dark in there. The inside part of the mug. See how I just did that? Like that. That top part of the mug. And then here, it gets dark again as it comes up in there. I would probably shade all that. That's good. Let's draw the let's draw the cute little gingerbread guy. All right, let's move back. There it is. All right. So if I find the center of my circle, I can see the eyes, and there's a slight angle. The eyes are resting on top of that. And that's just come from practice. And I can see that the eyes are kind of resting on top of that middle, because I can see the middle without drawing it. If you have to draw it. And then the spacing of the eyes, all that stuff. There's like shadows and like a shadow, a little bit of a shadow. I'm gonna draw it like the letter C in there. And then you've got the oh, let me zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I kind of doing a little bit darker on the left, like the letter C's. Then you've got the U mouth, in here. Oh no, Mr. Bear! It reminded me of Mr. Bill. There's a flashback to the 80s. Even the 70s. I think had Mr. Bill in the 70s. There it is. And there is a little bit of a shadow, so I'm gonna put a little bit of darker on one side. Yeah. There it is, because there's a thickness to it. Yeah, there's a thickness to this. There's a thickness to this. Let's zoom in a little more so we can see what we're doing here. I'll zoom out so you can see where everything kind of is. If you've got all the circles, all these circles, kind of looks like a little doughboy, but these feet are going to be smaller. The hands are smaller. And it's three-dimensional. It is three-dimensional. So we're going to add this three-dimensionality, because we're actually looking at it from the left to the right, so we can see this there's a thickness to it. Let me see. So let's go around this outside, around the outside, and then come down, up. Same thing out here, out and around. Yeah, it looks like he has a little bite taken out of him. I'm gonna round it out a little bit more. That's good. And then ready? I'm gonna try to, I guess he's got a little spiral on it. And then as I come down here, let's see. Should I bring him up or zoom out? Let's zoom out. Bam, right there, just a little bit. Okay, so this part right here, it does go straight into that the bottom circles. They both kind of go straight and into the bottom circles as it comes out. Let's go to the left leg first. Comes out, and then it kind of like rolls onto that bottom circle. It rolls onto that bottom circle. So we're just really using that bottom part of that circle as it comes up, and then comes down and rolls again on the bottom part of that circle, and then just kicks up with that foot right in there. And there he is. There is a slight angle to him, and I think I need to thicken up this leg a little bit. Thicken it up. Thicken it up. Thicken. Maybe move it over. I feel like it needs to be a little bit wider. I'm looking at both feet. I'll probably move this one over a little bit and then thicken this one up. There we go. There he is. Not too shabby, but we're gonna make him thicker. We're gonna make him wider. There's a thickness to him. So this is the front face, and I'm gonna bring this. We're gonna make him thick. All right. So you ready to make him thick? Thick, thick, thick. I was trying to think of a. She's thick. No, there's a song. I don't know. Somebody asked me to sing a country song a minute ago. All right, so there's this thickness to this gingerbread man. Ooh, let's get these sleeves on here and the bows. But I don't know, I want to do the thickness too, because that thickness, this goes over the thickness, so it does go up and down, up and down, up and down. Right there, up and down. There's one side, here's the other, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm just adding it on. But the thickness, you can see how it's on the left side. See the left and then down and down. You've got this thickness to this gingerbread. Shading it as I draw. There's that thickness. See a little bit on that. No, that's it. It just kind of comes around, gets lost in there. Let's do a little bit more on this side too, a little bit of thickness there. And then here too, a little bit of thickness on the side, because our eye, we can see on this side, this thickness on this part of that leg. And then there's shading underneath. All right, let's get the little bow. The little bow is kind of like two ovals. So we've got one oval here. Let's zoom in, see what I'm talking about. We got one oval there, another oval there, and then the little things on top. So you can see I did two ovals, and then on top is the kind of like bow on top of those ovals. Like that. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I can, there's more shading. I'm adding like this little shading underneath to make it look like it pops up.
He is the cutest gingerbread.
There it is. And then we've got two buttons on the little buttons. And I'm making them three-dimensional. See, I draw the circle, and then there's shading on one side. I kind of shade one side, shade one side, and then add, and then add a little bit of a shadow. A little bit of shadow underneath. It's lighter, a little bit lighter. Let's go darker there. Yeah, there it is. So it makes it look three-dimensional a little bit. And I can actually shade the whole gingerbread just really quickly. All this is, again, the icing on the cake, the icing on the gingerbread, so to speak. I can shade this as well. Or color it, match colors, all that other stuff. All that icing on the cake, all that's extra. That's the next level. Learn to draw. There we go. And then you can add the icing afterwards. The shading, coloring, if you get into color, how to mix colors. All right, hardcore heroes here. I'm just going up and down. And on this side too. Notice the angles too. I kind of made them a little slanted and a little bit slanted this way too. Notice that I see this as a big shape there. Again, big shapes, little shapes, or papa shapes, mama shapes, baby shapes, and be able to go back and forth. It took me a while to get that skill. Like being able to, oh, I can see this back and forth. It's not just seeing it and then going through. You should be able to, when that comes with practice, being able to kind of like switch it back and forth, being able to see the big shapes, the little shapes, and then go back and forth. All right, there's the gingerbread. We got the top of a mug. We're almost there actually, except the shading. The shading is what it's going to really bring this to life a little bit more too. I don't really want to talk too much about the shading, but we'll see. There we go. Let's get this thickness of this, see this handle, get a handle with a handle, that thickness in there. See how it's attaching itself. There's a lot of shading stuff, which I'm probably gonna just do really quick. It's just to explain it. There's a lot happening. All right, I've got the handle there. Let's get that cinnamon sticks. Let's get these cinnamon sticks. They're kind of coming down at this angle here, and I can kind of see these circles right where that circle is. There's 3 circles. There's 1, and they're ovals, 2, and 3 right in there. There's 3 sticks, and they're just kind of like, they're kind of ovals. They're almost circles, but they're ovals. Your brain will say it's a circle, but really, if you look carefully, it's an oval. It's an oval. They're slightly oval, and then these angles. All these angles kind of go back up like there. This bottom one and the top one. You can see here. This one curves out on that. These are cylinders. That's all this is, cylinders. And then this one goes off the image, off the picture. I don't know how big it is, but we won't make it too much bigger because they're pretty standard. There we go. So let's get those looking more like cinnamon sticks. They're cylinders now, and it's just the detail that makes them look more like cinnamon sticks. All right, so there's like little scribbles. I'm just gonna scribble in here. See, scribble inside this oval. That's all I'm doing, scribbling inside it. And then they are tied with some kind of string. I'm gonna round it out a little bit to make it look like it is on tying those things together. All right, we've got a dog next and Santa. 2 more drawings for tonight. We're doing good. 9:19. See how here in Southern California. Welcome to December. Took some days off. Went to Vegas. Truth be told. I did win, but I spent it all on gifts. Spent it all on gifts and a new battery. Yeah, that was $200. So all my winnings are gone. But it was good. It was fun. Went to see Miranda Lambert. All right, there's it's not a perfect cylinder. There's breaks in it. So I'm adding those little bit of breaks. A little bit of break in that cinnamon sticks, a little bit of shading. I'm not talking about the shading, I'm just doing it. I do see a little bit shadow here. It is pencil control. Major tongue to ground control. Yeah. Yeah, that's all the shading right in here. To make
I have a question.
Yes.
I am getting into watercolor pencils. Do you think that like the Prisma ones are really good, or does it really matter what brand name you get?
Prisma colored pencils were top of the line. There are other colored pencils now, but they're still good. Prisma colored pencils are, up there. They were bought out. They were Binney and Smith, who did Crayola, owned them for a while. They changed hands. I did some research on them. But they are still really good. There are some better ones now that out there, but no, definitely that's what I have. I have and it's a good to start off with. But if you do have colored pencils, you got to make sure you have a burnisher. There's this. I'm gonna go to the art store. I've got yeah. That reminds me. That's a great question because I'll get one. And maybe next class I'll show it. It's definitely. Oh, I don't want to write it there. I need a burnisher. It's a white. It's kind of like a clear Prismacolor burnisher. I think it's called a burnisher. I've never had one. I've had a lot of colored pencils, but that helps make it smoother. It helps make the colored pencil smoother. But yes, Prismacolors are really good, and this would be good to use Prismacolors here to shade this. The Prismacolors are really good quality. I mean, each pencil is like $1 each or more now. I'm sure but when you're first learning, whatever you have is good. And then you just little by little, you try different things. Whatever you have is the way to go. Like even this is like the 10-cent pencil Oreo. I have better pencils I have drawing pencils, I have artist drawing pencils, I have prangs, but you don't need that fancy stuff. You don't need to when you're first learning. It's like learning to drive in a Ferrari. You don't have to learn how to drive in a Ferrari. You can learn to drive in a station wagon like I did.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm not new to the coloring part. I'm new to the
Oh, okay.
drawing part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right then. So
But I would still say I'm a beginner because compared to your art, I'm not that good. But like,
Oh,
I mean, I'm learning about the shade. I've been learning about the shading and, how to make things look 3D when you color it.
yeah.
But what would you recommend is the really good watercolor pencil?
Ooh, you know what? I've never played with that. I do have watercolor pencils, but they're Crayola ones, and those are good. I mean, I've done some incredible stuff with the Crayola. Those are the ones that I have had my students with. Um, you know, it really is. As soon as I get all these beginner drawing lessons out, I will be able to have more advanced classes where we really focus on value, because value is more important than color. Understanding value, being able to see things like you can see what I'm doing here already. I mean, adding shading and value and texture, right? You know, so that's what's more important. That's what's more important. Then your materials, as you can see, I just really quickly just put this texture in here, and there's actually more texture with the wood going in there, being able to see the values. You get some really nice effects with the colored pencils, and I do have I have a set of Crayola watercolor pencils. Yeah. So, um,
A lot of you, I don't know exactly for pencils, but usually the more expensive ones operate better.
yeah, usually. Um, and then who's somebody's Demi saying Derwent are good. Derwent. And it's just usually. So the thing is, use what you have, and then you'll know, like, okay, it's time to get new pencils. You can, you should have actually your artwork should dictate it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do this piece right here. This is the piece, like this piece right here right now. Like, okay, I'm gonna use my best pencils here. Like here, I know you kind of like know you're gonna use a good paper. I'm gonna use paper is also important, right? And getting the right paper. Here, this is just bond paper.
Yeah,
But
watercolor paper is super contributor.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's all those factors too. Um, and then it's just doing and learning and then taking it to as much as you can with what you have, and then going, okay, I'm gonna you know use these next, these set, and then you invest, and everybody's a different place, but it's the elements of art are still what's important. What you get out of sometimes with a more expensive pencil, you can probably get smoother stuff, but value is important, or you might get more intensities, the color fastness, which is how long it stays vibrant, because colors will fade. So I mean, you pay more money for better quality that won't fade. But when you're learning, all that doesn't, it's not that important.
I love your thinking. That's true.
Yeah.
I
Here.
think as beginner artists, we make a mistake of thinking that we have to have the best. I know I've done that.
Yeah. I know, and they say, "Oh, it's that," and that makes the difference. But see, that's the thing. See, like here, look at this. Look what I just did right here. I mean, I'm doing it without even explaining it. Here I went dark, but here I went darker, and it's just values. And then now I'm gonna bring that out. As I bring it out, I bring it out slowly and lighten it up as it comes out, right?
Yeah.
And that's the gradient. It's that pencil control, seeing the values. See, and then I can see some areas are darker, some areas are lighter. Depending on how much shading I want to get into here, here I do the same thing, dark.
Values mean the darkness and the lightness, right?
Right.
Meaning like and it indicates the depth or where the light is, right?
It indicates light, where yeah, where the light is, where the light's hitting. Also indicates yeah, and the absence of light, like here, there's absence of light. And then also like for example, like here the green that's back in here, it's lighter, but it's also more intense. Intensity, that's a whole other thing on color. Color has three properties. The three properties of color. The first property is the name of the color, right? So you have the name, that's called a hue. And then you have value and intensity. So like here I can see the value. I can see how light and how dark it is. Like here it goes darker and here it goes lighter. And then red, the red is pretty intense. This red that's here on this bow is not as intense. It's a little bit lighter. It has a little bit of a tint to it, which means white, compared to the deep darkness of the mug. The mug is more intense. And I think probably on this candy cane, the red is even more intense. More intense, because this is brown compared to the red of the candy cane. Right, so if I were to mix these colors, I would add white to make the bow. I would add brown to my red, or even black to my red to make it brownish. And then this red on this candy cane is probably pure, closer to pure red on this candy cane. Oops, that is too close. Right, but look at that, it's already coming together. Let's do the candy cane, and it's just the shading, getting the lights and the darks and the different, even there's reflections in here, trying to get the reflections inside the mug. There's all these little variants, all these little changes in here. If you want to try to see, this is what becomes fun as well. Depends on where you're at. Depends on what level you're at. What are you looking for? What are you observing? What are you trying to capture? What are you trying to capture, right? And then do your materials helping you capture what you're trying to see or trying to record, trying to observe. You're observing, right? So here we go. There we go. And then there's reflections, lights and darks in here. I can add little variants. And then the shadows in here as well. There's a bit of a shadow under here where it gets darker. And then lighter. And table. Let's get the that candy cane. And there's another gingerbread that's laying down. It looks like he's a casualty. All right, so I've got my two circles far, and then I've got my here this candy cane that kind of comes in, curves around like that. There it is, right in there. See that candy cane. And then this loops back up and over. All right, we're almost done here. Get to the dog and then get to Santa. Santa's a tough one. We'll see how many people stick out that one out. I can actually continue shading this and make this. We can actually, I mean, I'm going pretty fast. But, you know, and I'm just doing. That's the thing. You should just do. That's the first lesson. That's one of the first lessons. The first lesson is the facts, right? Focus. And one of the first focuses is just do it. Just take action. Taking action, you'll have results. You won't have, you know, sometimes you'll have good results, bad results, but just taking action. And then I tell you what to focus on. I tell you what you should be focusing on. The lessons will take you through what you should be focusing on. If it's focusing on angles, then you focus on angles, and that's what we're focusing on, right? We're just focusing on angles, and that's what you worry about, looking at the angles, and then you get that, and then you focus on the next thing, you focus on the next thing, and then it all comes together, and like, whoa, then you're drawing before you know it. But it's a complex skill. It's a complex skill, and that people just do, and it looks like magic, but you can break it apart and do it. If you just know how, that's the thing, just knowing how. The magic is in the how. Then you know the trick, and then you can do the tricks. I'm like, wow. There we go. Bam, bam. Let's see this shape as it comes out. This is a candy cane shape. Trying to, and then it has a little bit of shade under it, and I'm doing all kinds of little tricks with the values. See, this is all the icing stuff. It just would take a long time to explain, but I'm just doing it. Yeah, there's all these little stripes on the candy cane. 1, 2, 3. I'm just seeing where they fit and how they curve around this form of a cylinder. There you go. And I can push and pull by shading. Do little adjustments. And then here, the angle of this is perspective. There's perspective happening here. And this comes back up in here. Then I can add. Yeah, we should. Well, once I get my lessons out, and depends on who's showing up. I think you hardcore heroes, I would request let you have a request. Say, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? Because you guys are here doing the hardcore stuff here. And if I wanted to, here there's details back here, kind of like, I don't know, all kinds of stuff going on back here. More detail, but that's all blurred back there. But hey, that's not bad. That's not shabby. Shadow, a little more shadow. Looking back and forth, see what else it needs. Let's kind of get that drawing going. Not too shabby, not too shabby. There's a pine cone here. I don't know. Try to get just the feel of it. See, just scribble it in. Scribble it in. Oh, all right. Let's get that dog going. Who let the dog out? Oof, oof. I don't know if anybody wants to share. We got quite a few people here still hanging out. 10 of you at least, well, plus me. 9 of you. Awesome, awesome. Questions, put them in the chat. Thank you for the applause. See, I got to get that. I used to have a soundboard. All right, let's see. Share my screen. Sharing. It's caring. All right, we got the dog, and then we got Santa. Here's we were drawing Santa tonight. I can draw. We'll draw as best we can. So if you're here, if everybody leaves, we'll go. All right, let's draw this dog. This dog's in here. That's a cute one. I like that one too. But Happy New Year. We'll do that for New Year. Post it again. I don't know where we're going to be at for New Year. There he is. All right, let's do this dog. All right, cute. Here we go. 2 things in the chat. I love the gingerbread man. Thank you. So cute. All right, we got a lot of circles here. Let's get those circles out. Let's get those circles out. See where they're at. See the relationships. See, and then the shading. There's really nice. I like the light. The way the light comes in from it looks like outside. You can see it. The lights and the darks. Can't see the eyes, so it's kind of like, it's really interesting. Let's see, I zoom in there, get some of that stuff. All right, let's see, and then we'll get Santa. Oh, should I stop? Let's see if it works. I'm gonna try stopping again. There we go.